Welcome to my YouTube channel once again, folks. This is Oscar Football, where we discuss anything to do with football from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. Well, on this episode, we are diving and analyzing the signings of Mamelodi Sundowns. Why does this team keep on signing quality players when the previous season they've done extremely well? Well, to date, they've announced 5 signings. 1, Lisiba Nku. 2, Junior Mandieta. 3, Tapelo Masego. 4, Lucas Costa, the Brazilian. And they today announced Juri Batusi Obas as their 5th signing. Now, I'm trying to get to the mind of the technical team or Rulani Mukwena as to why these 5 will add quality and will ensure that the players who are already in this star-studded team that they don't remain comfortable. Now, we have a duty in this channel also to give people information and knowledge so that people gain perception as to why certain signings have to be made. Now, one is to consider that there were outgoings at Sundowns. There were players who retired. For example, Kennedy Umuntu Agalashwa Mueni, the Zambian international, retired from all platforms of football. He hanged up his boots or gloves, and that means that a player like the goalkeeper February, who's been ever since he signed for Mamelodi Sundowns, has been loaned out multiple times. It probably then means that from this season he's going nowhere, but he'll compete for a place in the starting 11 against Peterson, against Williams, and I forgot the 4th keeper. And then you have a player like Lisedi Kapinga, an attacking forward, who also left. We have Surprise Ralani, an attacking forward, who also left. You have Hashim Domingo, who went to North Africans. And then you have an Andy Lejali, who prematurely left Mamelodi Sundowns around March or April. So these are the players who left Sundowns. And Sundowns, although they might have won the league, but they still have to replace them. Now, what I like about Mamelodi Sundowns or the technical team, or what Rulani also desires and demands from all players, is that a player is not just limited to playing one position. Now, a Lisiba Nku, coming from a relatively small team, he did extremely well there. He's a left-footed player. He can play on any flank, left wing, right wing. He can play left back. So he's flexible. I see this guy almost as the same as Mabue in Wanapapa, Lebu Mabue. The versatility of Lisiba Nku will be his greatest advantage in this team. And I see the technical team, Orlando Mukwena, using him in multiple positions. It's going to help him. It's going to help him to fit in the first 18 and to be used in multiple ways. You have a player like Junior Mandieta. He can play on the wings. He can play as a false 9. He can play as a 10. He can also fit in the number 8 position. We know that Roy Mukwena last season mostly employed played the 4-4-2 formation with the diamond in the middle, having double 8. So that means that a Junior Mandieta, the Argentinian, can play on one of the 8, replacing Miami or the Chilean Marcelo Allende, or he can also fit in challenging for the Shikapala, Father God, Mshishi Zwane, at that number 10 role. He can play as a false nine behind Shalulile. It's the versatility of these signings that will enable them to challenge for a spot in the first 11, to challenge the players who were already playing very well last season. You also have someone unknown to most of us, Lucas Costa. I even forgot to mention one outgoing, well, we wish him all the best, as Amasandawana, Cassius Malula, who went and was signed by Toronto FC in MLS. He was a striker, banged in goals for us. Now comes in Lucas Costa, who was also banging goals wherever he comes from. He's a left footer. I think he enjoyed coming in from the right. So he can play as a 9, he can play as a false 9, he can play on the flanks as well. And you have a Tapelo Maseko, is young, but if he's willing to learn, he will grow. Because I have noticed one thing about Roland Mokoena, he loves them young, and he loves grooming players from their young age. So Tapelo Maseko will also do well in this team. He is coming in with something that we did not have in this team. He is a pure traditional winger. We didn't have that, and he'll probably help us a lot in Africa. And we have a player that was announced today, Batusi, Jury, Obas, in that CDM position. Probably many are asking themselves, is he a necessary signing, or Sundowns is again doing what they do most, as believed by other 15 teams, or believed by a lot of Amakosi and Orlando Pirates fans, in that Sundowns buys players so that they will not be bought by their greatest competitors? Well, I just believe that is not true at all. At Sundowns, CDM positions are mostly played by Eteboho Mokoena, who's the footballer of the season, Rivaldo, Ebongani Zungu, Simi Siabi, Mvala can also play in that position, Sipombule, but it's not his great asset to be playing in that particular role. Of the players I've mentioned, Benten Bongani Zungu is inconsistent and he's injury prone. Rivaldo, we know his history as well, injury prone. I do not think that Semi Siabi is going to stay. He will probably be released. I mean, for as much as I remember, he's been loaned out multiple times to Chipa, to Skukune. So I don't really see him staying at Mamelodi Sundowns. So that leaves out Batusi as a necessary fit or a necessary puzzle to challenge Teboho Mokoena, because Bongani Zungu is inconsistent, he's not fit. Rivaldo, well, I pray he stays fit this season, but we honestly cannot rely on Rivaldo to play. I mean, 40 or 50 odd games. There's more games this season. Carling Cup, MTN 8, Nedbank Cup, DSTV Premierships, 30 games alone. We have CAF Champions League, and in October we have the CAF Super League. So Batusi is a necessary addition to this started side, and we wish all the new signings well at Mamelodi Sundowns, and all we require from them as Mamelodi Sundowns loving fan is for them to compete in training, compete when they're given minutes, whether it's 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Show signs that you are hungry, show signs that you're not just there for the fat salary at Chloorkop. Good luck to you all, gentlemen, and the season is starting on Friday against Cocoon at Peter Mokaba Stadium. Those who can make it there at 7 p.m, drive safe if you're coming from Gauteng. And yes, if you're seeing my face for the first time, seeing this content, for the first time seeing value in what I'm sharing, please do give this channel a like, subscribe, and click on that bell, as you will be notified every time we upload a new episode on this channel. Well, that was my take on the new signings, and also giving a perspective on why they've signed them, and mentioning a few of the outgoings as well. I still believe that more players will leave Sundowns. I probably Gift Mutupa will leave. Semisiabi will probably leave as well. Mandela Onyango might not actually leave because unfortunately Roshin Duruk had a scary injury and he went under the knife, so he'll probably be out for 6 to 9 months. I mean, that's the whole season already. So Brian Onyango might not be going anywhere, but there's a whole lot of these players who can actually be converted to a centre-back position. That's what I like about Sundowns. Anyone can play anywhere. It can be converted overnight and play any position. So yeah, that was it, guys. Remember, don't forget to subscribe, like, and give me your honest opinion about the new Sundowns signing, and are you for, are you against, and your reasons why you don't like the signings that are coming into this big club. Thank you once again for watching, guys. God bless.